What's up guys, it's the Slasher Bachelor and I'm finally back with a full video. I know, it's been forever. But today, I'm back with a good one because I went to go see Obsession opening night and I got a lot to say. When I tell you, this currently, as of May, is my movie of the year, this is it right now. This by far is the best horror movie to come out so far. It is absolutely insane and it's such a fun time. The whole premise itself is entertaining as what it is. That's what first caught my eye when it was first revealed what this was going to be. However, it was Blumhouse, so I was like a little iffy on if Blumhouse can pull something like this off. But they killed it. Everybody in this movie, the director, everybody in here, fantastic. I was glued to my seat and my heart was racing as if she was my fucking creepy girlfriend. It was wild. There's not a lot of movies that have me in my seat like that with my fucking heart beating out of my chest. It's very hard to get that out of me since I've watched horror movies for so long. When it happened in this one, I'm like, holy shit, I'm over here fucking losing my mind. It's just so refreshing to see a movie be its own self and it just be so good. Nothing, a crazy premise, nothing like that. Simply basic, but it was effective, and I like that. And if I mispronounce her name, I'm sorry, but Indy Navarrete, yo, not only is she fine as fuck, but she deserves a fucking award for how good she played this role. I was so scared of the character Nikki. She was insane. The way she was able to switch up her emotions so fast and it was believable. And not only the eerie music every time she said something sus to go with it, it just felt like a roller coaster of emotions and everything she did. And then when she would laugh harder than you should be laughing at something, and then she would hurt herself, whatever the case may be, the way she went about it was insane. Whatever scene she was in, whether it was the sleeping scene, if you know what I'm talking about, when she is on a roll, she is on a roll, and it's crazy. Every scene, I'm sitting there like, how is she fucking doing this? Because it's so well done. Thing she gets of how obsessed she is with Bear, and I think they did a fantastic job of showing that. I did see people upset. They were like, "Oh, 3.5 out of 10 because they don't think it was that extreme. It didn't really show how obsessed she was." I think it looked perfectly fine of how obsessed she was. Everything about it was wild. The stuff that she did for him, thinking that it was actually a positive thing, and it really wasn't. She would never leave his side, even though he wanted her to leave his side. It was just like, holy shit. So yeah, her performance and everybody's performance in this was fucking fantastic. And the thing that I love about the movie is it's not that long. And to see somebody be so obsessed and show how obsessed they are within under an hour and an hour and a half was pretty impressive. And the semi gore in this was perfect. However, do I wish there was more? Of course, because I'm just a gory person and I just love to see something insane. However, this movie didn't need it. It just needed it for certain spots, and it did what it needed to do. I will say, though, obviously this needed to be, the plot of the story about him making the one wish that she would love him more than anybody in the world. But realistically, if you had that power, you had one wish, you mean to tell me you would have chose to make a girl like you? Come on. Like even if you wanted to choose a girl, you couldn't pick anybody bigger, like a celebrity or fucking. How about Indy herself? You know what I mean? $1 million. Let me be wealthy. There's so many things, but you chose. Oh yeah, the girl that I liked in our friend group. Like, I'm just saying, that wouldn't be my case. That would have been my first thought. But hey, whatever happened, you know what? Do you, bro? We're not the same. In my situation, I wouldn't have a freaking person that's extremely psychotic by my side. So, whatever. But yeah, there's nothing really bad to say. I was going to make a pros and cons list, but if I'm making a cons, it's just me being extremely picky and then I got to find something to say. And I don't really want to do that because there's not really much to do it. Because at that point, I'm just nitpicking to try to make it be like, oh, well, it's not the perfect movie, which no movie's ever perfect. However, I didn't see any major flaws in this movie for you to be like, well, for me to tell you, hey, no, watch out for this because this was bad or anything like that. I thought the intensity, the way the score was, everything felt right. It made me nervous. It made everybody in the theater nervous. Every time when there was a joke, everybody laughed, but there was like a freaking subtle laugh because it was very unsettling what was happening. It just was just such a fun movie. And I gotta give it to the director as well. I mean, when it came to it, when I saw it was Blumhouse, I'm like, if it's Blumhouse producing this, do I really trust them? Because sometimes they're a bit iffy. But luckily, I gave this one a shot, and I was like, I'm impressed. On my Letterbox account, which you should go follow, um, I rarely put 5 stars on movies. This one was an automatic 5 stars. As soon as I left that theater, I swiped, put 5 stars, and put like a quick sentence as to why I liked it, and boom, because this was fucking incredible. I want to watch it again. You know what? After work tomorrow, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go watch that again, and I'm gonna watch it Saturday and then Sunday because this was fucking fantastic. And I highly suggest if you have the bread on you, go see it in theaters. If you don't, that's fine. Try to freaking pirate the movie, or you can just wait for it to come on streaming. But as soon as you get the chance to, go fucking watch this because you're gonna have a fun time. Bring your girlfriend or bring a parent, bring your siblings, put them all together. You guys are gonna have a fun time with this because this is just, if you're a horror fan and you love just basic drama, it's like this is your movie. Obsession deserves, I will give it out of 10, a solid 9.5. The point 0.5, I don't know what that is, but I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 because people are going to start fucking me like, no way, this is a 10 out of 10. So I'll be fair and give it a 9.5. And when it comes to Indy, I hope she continues being a part of the horror genre. I would love to see her in some other projects, maybe in another Final Destination movie that they're looking to do, or maybe just they're trying to do reboot Friday the 13th. Maybe she could be in that, or maybe do more indie horror movies, or just keep working with new directors and do stuff like that. Or I don't know. I just want to see you more on the screen because you can obviously fucking act your ass off, especially how creepy she was. Guys, when you watch the movie, you're going to see what exactly I'm talking about. I can't even describe how creepy it was. Her silhouette, when they would show the screen, when you're watching and it pans out to her and you see just a silhouette of her, it's fucking creepy. Like, it's just like, she's not even doing anything. She's just standing there and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Every time they did a silhouette shot, you can kind of see her and she has this crazed look in her eyes and you're like, this fucking girl's insane. Like, it's crazy, psychotic. The way she talks very gentle, but in a very creepy way. And it's like, it's kind of turned on. Nah, I'm stop, sorry. But yeah, it's so fucking cool to see this fucking person. Like, you dead ass. Like, if you really think about this, you got the perfect girl that you thought she was perfect. She's obsessed with you, but to the point where even you're like, what the fuck is going on? Everybody around you's like, dude, something is wrong. Like, it is wild. I fucking loved it. I loved everything about it. It was just, the fucking bedroom scenes were fucking hilarious. One in the shower scenes, everywhere he went, and it's just the way she moved, the way she talked, the way everybody acted, especially Bear when it was coming to her and he was trying to look at the positives every time she did something insane. It's like you feel it. You feel for him. You feel for the rest of the group. I will say this though, we're going to get into spoilers right now. So if you want to leave now, that's my quick non-spoiler review. Now we're going to get into the spoilers. Let's start off with the ending. I just feel like just get that shit out of the way. I did like the ending for the most part. It kind of made sense because they did, numerous of times they were like, you're probably going to have to kill yourself for this to stop. And that's what, wind up happening. Bear does take his life. And it's really sad because not only did he die, but their whole friend group did due to his actions with Nikki being so obsessed. She wind up getting jealous of his relationship with Sarah. He kills her. I mean, she kills her. Their friend Ian, who apparently they were having, I kind of figured. It was later shown that Ian and Nikki were doing some friends with benefit stuff. There was like some on and off stuff. I was like, I kind of figured the way they were talking with each other, it felt that kind of way. So it makes me feel like, damn, was he really looking out for his bro Bear, or was he just trying to sabotage so he wouldn't be with her? I don't know. But I kind of figured that would happen. But when he dies, it's just like, he did the right thing though. When I talked about, wishing for like being wealthy and stuff, he was his only shot at stopping Nikki from doing her obsession by him making a wish, and he just wished for $1 billion and $1 billion start flying. That's something I would have fucking did. That was the wish I would have took. I'd be like, yo, I could find a woman, I could gain the confidence to find a girl. I could easily get some money though on top of that. Shit, give me a nice house, make me feel confident, and then there you go. But, like I said, there wouldn't be no movie if that was the case. But him dying, and to see that Nikki is the only normal one now, everybody, she just saw all her friends die, is actually insane. I wasn't expecting them to go that route. I thought he was just gonna pull the trigger on her and, call it a day. But I do like the route that they went, because they did focus on it was subtle, but they did focus on him with his sleep pills. So for him to overdose instead of shooting himself, I thought that was a great idea, because I didn't really want to see him shoot himself. I feel like that was just like, no. So, and it works for his character, because his character wouldn't do something like that. His character would try to find the easy way out, and he pretty much did. He did the easiest way he could, just overdose. I'm not saying that this is a good thing, but I'm just saying, like, for his character, who just was very quiet and who was very trying to find a way to just be this nice guy and get everything, and it's just like, I think it was the best way to end the movie. Sucks that Nikki's on her own now, but I did like that ending. Now, throughout this movie, Nikki, the character, it's so insane from the jump. I hate that there's clips online of scenes that I really like when they went out to dinner and he got the first glimpse of something going on when Ian called him and was like, yo, her father is healthy. Like, he don't have cancer, and they don't even have a real big relationship. And when he finds that out, he goes to talk to Nikki about it, and she has this little freaking crazy thing where she's like, no, 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 no. And she stands up and she starts fucking like, although we were having a good time, and then she starts crying. She has like a whine, and it's like she's going through all these motions, and it keeps going on through the movie. I thought it was fantastic. When they were in bed and she wound up just going into the corner like a creep, that shit scared the shit out of me, because I didn't know where the fuck she was. He woke up, Bear woke up and was like, yo, Nikki, where are you? And she was just hiding in the corner, and then you would see her peep out, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was like, dude. And then sometimes when she would walk out and she would just like stop feeling some type of way, like after like an argument or whatever they're talking, she would just stop out of nowhere and then just walk backwards, and you're like, what the fuck is going on with this woman? And I'm like, yo, Nikki is wild, yo. Holy shit, I didn't think it was gonna be like this. It's wild. And then when they have the little get together and they were doing the little blocks game where it had like you had to do something. It's like pretty much like a truth or dare kind of thing. And the dare was to kiss the person next to your left, and it was their friend Sarah. The way it got quiet and Nikki came behind her and shoved her, like pushed her chair out just so she can kiss a Bear. I was like, that shit, it was so tense, because you just see the way Sarah was reacting. Everybody was quiet and she didn't know what to do, and she was shook when she fucking pulled her chair back. It was like, dude, what? Like, dude, Nikki was an insane character, and he should have knew something was wrong when he she had the day off, and he was going to work, and she fucking covered the front door with duct tape to the point where she's like, "Hey, if you can't open the door, you should just stay home." Like I was like, dude. As soon as I saw that, I would have been like, "Yeah, something's wrong." Like, the fuck, like it was so weird, and I fucking was like, "Dude, this is where we're going." That was just like the beginning, and then when she felt bad about him losing his cat, she continuously brought it up and felt bad about it. She even put the cat inside his lunch. That shit was fucking disgusting. I was like, yo, what is going on? All the stuff that she was doing was just insane. Especially the Sarah scene where Sarah met up with Bear because she wanted to talk about Nikki and also seeing if she finally got into this college that she was looking to get to. And when Nikki just came out of nowhere and bashed her face in constantly with the brick, I was like, yo, when is she gonna stop? And it kept looking back at it, like just keep going, and then you see the blood splatting on Bear. It's like, yo, and then you see her eyeball popped out like this, kind of like what happened to what's his name, Glenn? What was his name, Glenn, in The Walking Dead when Negan was first introduced? I think, but yeah, it was like that. Her eye was popped out like that. I was like, shit, that was crazy. Another one of my favorite parts was when the way she would switch up when she would get mad, and she would like he'll tell her like, okay, no, it's okay, and she's like, okay, like she just changes emotions like that. And like, and that one time when they were sleeping and she wanted him to sleep in the bed with her, and then he tried to get up and she yelled like she yelled to make sure he didn't get up. That was fucking crazy. Indy could yell. The way she was yelling, I was like, yo, like, how can you be so good at this? Like, it was never a moment where she fucked up with the screaming. Everything felt so real and like very vicious when she talked. It was like, I have no clue what the fuck is happening. Like, Nikki, this isn't the Nikki that I know from like 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean? It was just, it was insane. The the one situation I did have beef with is it annoyed me that Bear had the best opportunity to just do this without, using the willow, the one wish willow. She literally came up to him and was like, "Do you like me?" This was his moment. That is it right there. She literally lobbed it up to you. All you had to do was finish. That was it. You could have seen how she really felt about you. That was the moment. And you fucking and you fumbled the bag again. He was already nervous throughout this whole thing, trying to figure out a way to talk to her and mention how he has feelings for her. And he finally drops her off. Things get weird, and then she walks back and asks him, "Do you like me?" And all he had to say was, "Honestly, Nikki, I know we've been friends, and I didn't want to say this because I never wanted to ruin our relationship, but I really do like you, and I was really hoping maybe I can take you out sometime," or something like that. She literally gave it to you. She said, "Do you like me?" It was either a yes or a no. You didn't have to be like, "As friends, yeah." Like, bro, you fucking yourself over. Like, come on. It's like that one time. It was basically like if you watch the NBA, and it was the Sixers and the Hawks, and Ben Simmons had the open layup and he just passed it. That's exactly what happened with Bear and Nikki. Bear, he had the wide open. She gave right to him. He just said nope. Like, that's how it was. That's literally exactly how it played out in my head. As soon as I saw that team, I was like, yo, he just Ben Simmons the shit at himself. It was just like, dude, come on, bro. But then when he immediately used the one wish willow, it was crazy. It was crazy how instant it worked, because the minute he broke it, she didn't open her door. It was once again just the background silhouette of her just standing there, and it was already creepy. It's just the way they were able to do this and the way it was so well shot. I think every part of this movie was fucking fantastic. The Ian character, Loki, I ain't really fuck with him because, like I said before, I felt like he was generally like trying to make sure that uh, Nikki didn't end up with Bear, which is kind of fucked up because you had your chance with her, but you guys were never close. You guys were just hooking up and stuff. When you had a chance to be with her, instead you have somebody who actually emotionally cares about her and doesn't really care about the intimacy right now. He just wants to be with her. And he had a solid opening line, like when he had the discussion with in the beginning of the movie with the waitress and was practicing on her. I thought it was a fine way. It was nice, it was cute. It wasn't something that she was gonna be like laugh at him if he did mention it to her. Like Nikki would have, if she didn't like him like that, she would have been okay with what he said because it was really nice and cute what he said. But Ian was like, nah, that was the stupidest thing. Nikki's not like that. He even mentioned something to try to make it kind of funny fighting kind of thing by saying something that he knows would trigger her, Freaky Nikki, and he wound up using that, and that kind of didn't work. And he knew it wasn't a good thing because she has a big trauma when it comes to that. She hates that. So it was like, Ian, the character, you're not a good best friend, bro. You're not. I'm sorry, you're just not. Sarah, I wish we had more screen time with her. I do like the fact that she was the character that really liked Bear, but that wasn't really connecting with me at first because I was just like, the way they were like the friend group, I thought Ian was already dating Sarah. The way it was happening, I'm like, oh, so it's kind of like a double date kind of thing. I didn't know that they was just all friends. So when Sarah was like legit the one that liked Bear for who he was and he didn't have to try, I thought that was really nice. And then as soon as she had the opportunity, she gets absolutely slimed out by Nikki in like the roughest way possible. So yeah. So Sarah, I fucked with Sarah. I just, we could have more character development with her, but I do like we had the situation where they had to talk and she's trying to get into the university and she kept getting decline letters and then hopefully one time she would get one. So I do like that little situation with her. Bear, he's Bear is all over the place, but he's the nice guy. And I, as a fellow nice guy myself, I see myself in him. But some of the stuff he was doing, it was like, dude, you could have, no, like, even I was like, dude, I could fucking do that. If some girl that I like and I'm having a tough time trying to tell her and she dead ass asks me if I liked her, fuck it, we ball. Let's go for it. She's asking me, I would go for it, but whatever. After finally getting her to be with him, and it was all happy and jolly in the beginning, but then things started to get a little creepy. He was being very like, he was worried, but he wouldn't say anything. And at a point, it's like, dude, it's not. This isn't Nikki. Like, you've known her for a while. The way she's acting, this is not something she would do. You should have been on this shit before it started getting wild. And I think the situation where it was only one wish and that he tried to get somebody else to wish this so he can attempt to. And I like the fact that it really meant one wish. So when he tried to make another wish, he couldn't break the branch. And also, if you didn't notice, I noticed this when I watched it. When he first opens up the One Wish Willow, it'll play like a little song and then he would make the wish. If you realize, every time somebody opened it, it was a different sound. I don't know if I was just bugging out, but it seemed like it made a different like song for a couple seconds. It was like a different noise. And I was like, that's interesting. I don't know if that was like meant to be some sort of like Easter egg or like something that, I don't know, was like symbolizing something when it came to the One Wish Willow. I don't know. But yeah, I think that was a cool little touch to it. And the whole One Wish Willow aspect to it, I think it was funny. I love the fact that he went on their fake Google and then you see like the fucking stupid Reddit pages where everybody's like, yeah, it's real. And then you have people like, no, this is so dumb. No, this ain't real. This doesn't fucking work. And it just felt like this is some dead ass shit that would happen nowadays. Like if this was a real thing, people would online would be like, fuck yeah, this is real, you should buy it. And then you have the other side's like, no, you're wasting your fucking money. Shit, if I saw this out there, I'd probably buy it. Shit, I'm gonna go online to see if there's a One Wish Willow. Fuck it, we both. Overall, like I said, Obsession, this is currently my movie of the year. Mind you, we do have still half of the year left. We got like Dune and Spider-Man. We got Backrooms coming out, Passenger. Like, there's so many movies, but as of right now, this is my number one movie. And if there is a better movie this year, this is still gonna be in my top 5, because this was so well done and I had such a fucking good time. And it's been such a long time since I'm like, yo, I need to watch this movie again soon, like immediately. So it's awesome to actually feel that way. I felt that way with Final Destination 6, but when it came to that, it was something where I was like, okay, I could hold off a little bit and watch it. This, I'm like, I fucking love this. Like, it's like other horror movies I'm used to. Final Destination, I can do that all the time. But when you see new, fresh ideas like this, you're like, dude, like, this was fucking great. And it's way better than that stupid movie, Scream 7, that terrible ass movie. I will forever compare that movie to everything. So even if I don't like a movie, best believe at the end I'm gonna be like, well, it's better than Scream 7, I'll give it that. That will always be a thing, because I fucking can't stand that movie. So obviously Obsession is better than Scream 7 by light years away. Everything about it was great. The plot, the characters, everything made sense. Way more than Scream 7 did. That shit was fucking terrible. But we're not talking about that. Obsession, highly suggest you go watch it. Like I said, if you have the money on you, definitely go check it out. If you don't, try to find a way to do it, because you should fucking watch this movie. I'm actually gonna go tell my mom to be like, she's not a big horror person, but I'm gonna be like, Ma, you're gonna fucking like this movie. Go watch it. And if she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch it, I'm gonna be like, wait. I'm gonna buy her some tickets, because I wanna come too, because I really wanna fucking watch this, and I need to see her reaction, because she's gonna watch this and probably be like, what the fuck? Or maybe like my stepfather or my cousins or my little sisters. I don't know. But now every time I'm walking in the dark at a house, I'm just gonna think of fucking Nikki being in a corner with like a fucking, like a little creep and shit. I don't know. But that shit was insane. Overall, fucking Obsession. I have an obsession with this fucking movie. That was corny, but this shit was fantastic. I highly suggest you do go see this movie. And that's my review for Obsession. Let me know how you feel. If you watched it, let me know. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? If you didn't, let me know in the comment section. I'm totally down to hear what you gotta say. I will never ever get mad at somebody in the comments for saying how they feel. That's just not fair. So if you didn't like it, that's cool with me. Let me know why you didn't like it. If you loved it, let me know why you loved it. Anyways, it feels so good to be back and finally be able to make full videos again. So I apologize for my little hiatus, and I was just doing YouTube shorts. I apologize for that, but you know what? We're back, and I'm going to be making more videos again consistently, and you can bet on that. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for being here. Once again, this has been the Slasher Bachelor, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys.
My original. Yeah. Am I the only one? Yeah. Am I sexual? Yeah. Am I everything you need? You better rock your body now. Everybody.